Hey guys, here we have a 2020 GMC Acadia. Customers complaining about a bunch of scratches in the hatch area. There's a bunch on the right side and a few on the left side. Let's see if we can set this up and show you how we patch these up for them. Give you a better view of what we're looking at here. Okay, the first thing we always do is clean our area. I'm just using some lacquer thinner, but alcohol works just as well if you're not comfortable using the lacquer thinner. I'm going to clean this really good. I'm going to do both sides, but just for demonstration videos, we'll focus on this side because it's actually the worst side. Let me get this cleaned up. I'll get right back. Okay, there's lots of ways to fix this up, and a lot of people will tell you different ways of doing it. I've been doing this for over 20 years, so this is how I do it. I take my torch, and we can actually melt a lot of this away, and we will go back and color and retexture this. I'll get you a better view here. See, a lot of this is actually going away. Now the deeper scratches, we'll use a graining pad to flatten them out. But a lot of this is just re-melting itself. It'll have a memory. It wants to go back to where it was from factory. All I want to do is get those fibers of that plastic to lie back down. So when we go over with a graining pad if we need to, or we go over with some texture and some color, they'll all get hidden. This was the worst spot here. Might be hard to see on the camera, but might not look like it, but it's all laying flat pretty much. It's actually pretty smooth already. Now see, we got these shiny spots because we melted the plastic. We'll cover that up. That's not a problem. Let me get some product. This is the left side of the car. Just wanted to get you another angle here. I know we said we were going to focus on the right side, but as an example, if these are a little deeper, the scratch might be a little deeper. We'll warm it up and go over with the graining pad a little bit, help lie those fibers down that got scuffed up from scratches. I'm just gonna go all around. Careful your carpet, you don't want to melt your carpet and your seat belts, obviously. Pull those out of the way, protect all that. None of the scratches on this vehicle are very deep. They're all superficial and light scratches. So we don't need a lot of graining pad work on this one. Maybe here a little bit. Again, just for demonstration, we'll warm it up and flatten that out. We want that nice and smooth and flat. Okay, so what I did on this side is I put some towels down here to protect our carpet area. And I'm using a SEM's black texture coating. I'm going to test away from where we're working. Test on your towel a little bit, make sure it's spraying okay. And then very lightly go over this area. Just remember, a couple light coats is better than a heavy coat. Or let it flash off between coats. And you could use a hair dryer to dry this, but it's a pretty nice day out here. It's drying pretty quickly for us. A lot of our processes that I came up with over the years, we don't need electric for. A lot of guys use heat guns and hair dryers all the time. We tried to shy away from that. We're out in the middle of a used car lot. Sometimes we don't have electric, or we don't have the time to get the electric. They give us a bunch of cars, we want them done right away. So we came up with ways of doing things, for the most part, without using too much electric. And if you do get electric, it's usually in the back of the lot. And you have to drive out the car out back, and that's just more liability. We don't want to move the car as much as possible. So you can see the camera looks a little blotchy, but it is drying up. This will dry to a black matte finish, similar to the plastic in the factory, but we will go over it with a color coat afterwards. And I'm going to do the same to this side also. So let me get some covers over here. We'll spray that one for you too. Okay, I got some protective coverings here on my carpet, so we don't get too much overspray or product down on that carpet. Let me get you set up here. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. Seatbelt out of the way. We did over there. Again, a couple of light coats. Once that dries up, we'll put some color coat over it. We might do another coat after it dries. Show you this side of the wall. You can see this side is still drying a little bit, but much better than before. Once this dries up, we'll put another coat. Okay, this is fairly dried up. I'm going to put one more light coat over the whole thing, blending it out nice and even. Staying fairly far away, so I get that pebbly finish a little bit on it. That was the passenger side. We'll come back over to the driver's side. You see this is still drying. I can just do another little light coat over it. And don't worry, I will come back and clean off my overspray. So we'll let this flash off. I'll come back and put some color coat on it. Okay guys, we're fairly dried up here. I'm going to take some SEM's classic coat. Again, spraying out of the way, making sure it's a nice clean nozzle. I'm just going to do a light coat over the whole area. Again, we do have our texture coating on here. We just want to seal that up a little bit. I don't know if you noticed, I went back and forth this way. Sometimes I go at an angle. You don't want to get stripes or lines one way or the other. Sometimes going at an angle and left to right or up and down. pretty nice. I'll do the same thing on the left side. This customer will be pretty happy with this. Don't forget to subscribe for us. And if you have any ideas of what else you'd like to see, types of repairs, please let me know in the comments. That'd be very helpful. See what you guys are interested in, and we'll do our best to get it to you. And yes, I'll clean my overspray off. Don't worry. These are difficult to mask up and tape off. Sometimes it's easier to just wipe them off when you're done. All right, guys, we got color on both sides. It's still drying up a little bit. We did get our overspray off. My biggest pet peeve is overspray. You can always tell when someone else worked on a leather seat or a door panel. They got overspray on a door jamb even, or on the wrong color. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. The other thing is, we want to leave this car clean. So we put everything back the way it was. They had the seats up, headrests up. These dealers spend a lot of money getting these cars cleaned up. Last thing you want to do is not leave it the way you found it. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you like this. If you have any other ideas for other videos, please let me know. We'll do our best to get them out to you. Thanks again for watching Magic Man.